Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Brandon Kyle, and today we're going to talk about getting your email campaigns or an email list account set up and ready and automated. Let's get right into it. So whether you're into affiliate marketing, promoting other people's products, or you have your own items and products that you're promoting, what you really want to have is an email list. Collection of emails is vital to the success of your business so that you can put the right information in front of them, okay? So what I want you to keep in mind is that in social media, if you're trying to launch a brand and you have tons of followers, if you have more than 5,000 followers and you're not building an email list, you are messing up big time. And the reason for that is that I feel like statistically, the majority of this content that you post does not show up in your followers' feeds. Okay, so think about how many people you follow and how many of their posts do you see every single day? How many posts come into your feed of people you don't follow, right? There's only so much time in a day that you can spend on social media, watching different things. And as a business owner, having an email list is important so that you can directly contact them, but over time, drip them different products or things of value, building relationships so that you can continue to build your business and it stays automated so you don't have to work as hard day in and day out. So I'm going to talk about Aweber. Aweber is a program that I use. It's free for your first list. So if you're just getting started out, free is a really good price. Almost all of the different email providers, whether it's GetResponse, Aweber, MailChimp, all of the above are free. They have a free account option. And then if you need more lists, if you need more features, then you are going to have to upgrade and purchase. But usually it's pretty affordable, right around the $15 mark. And then as your business grows, you'll have an opportunity to upgrade to different levels of tools and necessities that you might want. So let's jump into the computer. We're going to get right over here. So if you're not familiar with Aweber, I will have a link in the bottom in the description if you want to check it out. This is the one that I've been using since I've been building my affiliate marketing business. As of right now, I have no desire to go to anything else because I have simple needs, yes? So you'll come to Aweber, you're gonna set up your own account. You'll see it's up here, aweber.com. You'll set up your own account. You'll go through the process, set up a free account, right? And then you're gonna be logged in. And obviously, since I have a bunch of different lists, I have data and all this different stuff like this. But the first thing that we're going to want to do is integrate this with your domain name. So if you're taking your business seriously, you're probably going to have a website. And for your website, you're going to want to have some kind of domain name. So once you've purchased a domain name, I have one through GoDaddy. And we'll talk about that here shortly. But you'll add an email service on with GoDaddy if that's the one that you're using. It's like, I don't know, $5 or $10 a year, something like that. So you can have an email account. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to start to integrate it with Aweber. So once you log in, you'll go to My Account and you'll click on the domains and addresses. Okay. And right up in here, you're going to have to verify an email address. Yeah. That you have. So for me, I use something very simple. info@acrobrandon.com is one that I use for my acrobatics. Brandon Kyle Online, which is my affiliate marketing, my marketing and business, right? I have a few different ones in here, but typically I like to keep something simple like info or sales or something very broad in general. It doesn't need to be overly crafty. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to enter an email address in here, whatever it is that you pick. You'll click send verification, and then it's going to send a verification code to that email address. I use iMail on the computer here on the Mac. So you just click the verification, and then it's going to pop up here. And then we have to jump through a couple of hoops. It seems a little daunting at first, but I promise it's not that complicated. And if you ever have any issues, you can just contact and reach out to customer service. They will walk you through it. If not, they will actually do some of it with you. And I had to do that the very first time because I was like, ooh, I'm missing something here. But you just live chat. I was done in 15 minutes. It's really simple. So once you get an email address added in here, you're going to want to set it up. So you're going to set up the DKIM and the SPF. And what these do is they give your emails a better chance of reaching the inbox instead of it going into the junk and spam filter. Okay, so if you go to setup instructions, it's going to have some pieces right down here where you're going to need to add CNames and some text records here. And it's really easy. You're just going to click the little clipboard right here so you can copy it, and we're going to paste it. So I'm going to be working through a couple of windows right now so I can show you what's happening. So you're going to want to have Aweber open in one tab, and then you're going to have another tab open, and I'm going to use GoDaddy because that's where I buy all my domain names from. They're cheap, it's easy, it's like under 10 bucks, okay? And we'll actually use my Acro Brandon one. So once you click on your domains, and maybe you only have one, right? You're going to click the three dots, and it'll say Manage DNS Settings, and you'll be able to open that up. And so it's got these records. I have no idea what this stuff actually means, but whatever, we're going to add stuff. So as you start to scroll down, right in here, it'll say Add, okay? And then it's going to say what type, yes? And so you have these different drop downs: name server, CNAME, MX, text server, all this different stuff. So if we start to go back and forth, okay, and we look at the first one, which says Aweber key domain Acro Brandon okay, so you're going to click copy, and it says a CNAME, okay? So if we do a CNAME, oops, that's the A, and you can just paste it in there however you want to, yeah? You have your domain key like so, yes? And then the points to, you come back over here, right, is your value, and you'll be able to add this right in here, okay? And you're going to do this exact same thing for 3 different things, okay? I'm not going to do it because I've already done it, but you can see up here, we've got ClickFunnels. We've got all of these ones up here, yeah, that I've already done, okay? So the domain key. Now, the thing that is a little bit tricky that I don't talk about here is, do you see how it has the acrobrandon.com afterwards, okay? You're probably going to have to take this out for the host. So even though it's up here, right, and it says Aweber key, a domain key, acrobrandon.com, and you just copied it, and you pasted it like you said, like it said, right? If it gives you an error message, you're going to come back and delete that part of your domain name. And I feel like that's the issue sometimes when they throw the errors. So if you're like, I don't understand what's going on because I'm not super techie, just try that. It's not going to break anything because you could always come back and delete these. You're just putting them in. So you're going to repeat this process, right? There's 3 of them here. You can see A, B, and C. And you can see it right here, right? You have 3 CNAMEs to add, A, B, and C, right? And you're just going to copy and paste each one of these. Maybe in the name host, you'll have to delete the acrobrandon.com part right up here to this, okay? If there's an issue. And then you're going to give it a few minutes, and then you'll hit refresh. And if the status says installed, you got the green light. If it says there's an error, actually it will pop up an error message here, and it'll tell you what to do, which would, like I keep saying right now, like a broken record, is that you're going to delete the domain name from this part right here. Then you come down here and you do the exact same thing with the text record. Okay, so you have a text option, and if we come back down here to add, there's only 4 little things, yeah. Boom, text, you put the host in just like it says, right? You put in here the text value, which is over here, which is this SPF1, whatever the stuff, yes. Like that in there, okay? And let me see if there's anything up here I want to talk about. No. Because the text stuff gets a little bit tricky, yeah? The name is @ even though it says Acro Brandon, right? I don't know why they do this, but because the @ means at acrobrandon.com, which it sounds stupid, but it's not obvious, is it's a given that you're already working on acrobrandon.com or whatever your domain name is .com, okay? So it's just at this instead of putting the whole domain name in there, which is interesting, and I don't have a really good explanation as to why that is. I've just learned it the hard way. Anyways, you come through here, you refresh all of these, and now, like I said, you have a better opportunity of your email addresses making it to the inbox instead of to the junk filter, okay? So you get all done with this, you're set, you're ready to go. Now we can look at some other little options here. Okay, notifications, you might want to come through and check and make sure that you're getting all of your notifications and everything like this. You can add extra email addresses in here if you have personal ones. But let's go over here and start talking about lists, okay? So once it's time, we're going to go back up here so we can X out of this. Okay, so I have tons of lists, but you'll click on it. It'll be your first list. You won't have anything here. You're going to click Create a New List. And we're going to go through the process, right? The company name, what is your company website? Do you have a particular address that you want to use? You also have a business mailing address, right? And you're going to put all of this stuff in here. What's the sender's name? Do you want it to be? For me, it's Acro Brandon because that's my my brand through gymnastics or acrobatics. But it could be, you know, Brandon Kyle, right? What is the sender's email going to be? Right, and this is actually going to be the info at or whatever it is that is from your domain name, right? So you don't want them to respond to your personal email address like your Gmail or a Hotmail or an Outlook unless you really want them to, but we'll go through here, right? So we're going to go to the next step. What do you want to name the list, right? We'll call it the test list for YouTube, right? And briefly describe the emails your subscribers are going to use, right? Email and marketing info. Okay, we'll go right to the next step. Language, choose a subject line, confirmation emails. This stuff's pretty straightforward. I don't even have to touch anything. It's very straightforward. You approve the message and create lists. And the reason it's asking you this is in the beginning with a free account, when you start getting started with lists and you have no subscribers, what they're going to do is send a opt-in confirmation first, right? So like when you sign up for somebody's list, sometimes it says, did you really want to join this list? Confirm here by clicking the button. Eventually we get to a point where you have enough subscribers you can disable that feature so that when they opt in, they are in and they're on the list. So there is kind of like a double opt-in option that happens right off the bat, but you can email customer service after you get like 10 or 15 subscribers, and then they will disable that for you. So you create the list. Okay, so now you have a new list, and you can see it's up here in the upper left, test list for YouTube. Okay, and we're going to look at creating messages, but we also want to create a campaign. Okay, and so the way that that works is using my business, right, Brandon Kyle Online, is when you come to my page right now, depending on what one you're looking at, right, you want to subscribe to my email list in exchange for a ebook, right, 7 steps to affiliate marketing and how to be successful. So when you opt in, it's going to automatically fire and send you a link so you can download that ebook. Okay, but then I'm also going to take you to a thank you page or a bridge page, which is going to talk about the program that I promote and the program that has helped me build my business to what it is today. Okay, and then you'll have an opportunity to go to the final sales page and take a look at the challenge. Okay, and what we want to do is follow up with them over the next 4, 5, 7 days, I don't know, an email a day or something like that. So that if they didn't, maybe they got distracted, right? They got to the bridge page, they watched it, and they're like, oh, damn, I got to go back to work, or the computer crashes, or maybe they're on mobile and they want to view it on their laptop. So you have this drip sequence where you can follow up each day, talk a little bit about yourself, whatever it is that you might be promoting, if it's a program, or maybe it's your personal business, you know, whatever it is, maybe you're into building candles or something like that, but that you can constantly point them back to the website or wherever it is that you want to go with them. So that's the whole point of the campaign to start. And this is how you automate things so that once you lay down the foundation and the groundwork up front, you'll be good after that for a long time. Okay, so you'll come down here and we'll have messages, and you can do drafts, you can do broadcast, split test, campaigns, all these different things. We're going to go straight into campaigns. And we're going to build a campaign, actually. Okay, so you're going to create a campaign. And you could do, like, they have options down here, like little templates, like welcome series and lead magnets and blogs and mini courses and stuff like that. And maybe if you're into those, you'll investigate those. I just start with a blank campaign, and we'll do test YouTube follow-up sequence. And it's just the name of the campaign, right? Just to get things going. And welcome to the campaign editor. Select a trigger to begin building your campaign. So you could have it trigger when tags are applied, which I'll talk about that later very briefly. I don't want to overcomplicate things. But on subscribe is usually the best way. Okay, so on subscribe, okay, the campaign is going to start, right? So they opted in onto my form. They get imported into this list right here. And then the campaign starts. So we're going to start with our first message now. So we're going to click on send a message. It's going to drop it in here. And we're going to be able to create our very first message. So I'm going to create a message. We're going to use the drag and drop email builder. Okay, so this is going to pop up right here. And this is going to give you a lot of options to customize the email. Now, they do have templates. You can click on templates over here. You could find something that you like if you like templates. Or maybe you just want something super plain and you're going to build it yourself. Nice and easy, right? So it's already somewhat populated here. It says, hi, thanks for being a loyal subscriber, right? And so maybe at the top you want to put a logo or an image. So you just drag this little block up here. Yeah, and we can go to the image gallery, and I already have some of my stuff, so I would put my logo in here like that, like I have it, and then it says, hi, first name. So whatever the person is, it registers with their name on your email list. It'll populate right there. Hi, Brandon, thanks for being a loyal subscriber. So let's start with the subject line. So, welcome. Here's your, don't mind my misspelling, here's your free ebook, boom. And then it's going to say, thanks for being, whatever you want to type in here. Thanks, I'm so excited that you're here. I love you, blah, blah, blah. You're an amazing. Here's the link to your ebook, okay? And then what you do is you're going to have a download link, right? So you might be hosting your ebook or whatever that free product is if you're following along with this on Google Drive, or maybe you have it in your funnel builder, and you can click the little link icon right here and you can put the URL in so they can have that instant download, okay? And then you'll continue moving on and you'll add any other pictures. Maybe you'll put a signature in here, all of this stuff. I think you get the point, okay? So you can save and exit, and then it's going to bring us back. Okay, so that's your first email that gets triggered right off the bat. As soon as they hit submit on your submission form, boom, they've got an email that gets fired back to them, welcoming them to the family. Now, what you might want to do is wait after that. So now we have a series of emails, right? You might want to wait, it could be a minute, it could be a day, it could be a week, right? You can set all of that right here, as you can see. But maybe the first thing that I fire off is the ebook, and then what I want to do is I want to wait just 5 minutes, okay, before I send them the first little follow-up, taking them back to the bridge page or whatever it is that I'm promoting, okay? Then I'm going to have the next message right after that, okay? And I come back, I create the message again, and then it says like, oh my God, hopefully you got to watch the video. This would be great. Now, here's the interesting part is you might be like, I'm not very good at copywriting. I'm not good at writing emails. What am I supposed to do? Okay, so this is where it gets really cool and interesting right off the bat, so you can get started up and really quickly. Is most programs, most affiliate offers, whatever it is that you're promoting, they actually offer you email swipes that you can copy and paste. Depending on what it is, you could use what they have verbatim. I mean, it's meant to work. Like, that's why they share it with you, because it's been tried, tested, and proven. Or you can improve upon it and personalize it yourself. But wherever you're at, no matter wherever you're at, is they always have an email swipe, okay? And what you can do is you can see right here, they have these email swipes. It tells you what you put for the subject, and then you're just going to copy and paste all of this information all the way down until email number 2, okay? So you would copy and paste all of this right into the email builder. And I'm going to show you one little tip as well, because sometimes the email builders are interesting. It's not as simple as copy and paste. So let's say you copy and paste all the way down to here, okay? Now watch this. So if I go back and I'm ready to make a new message, okay, I'm going to do the drag and drop. And if you just copy and paste, so for me, I like using shortcuts. Okay, but if you just hit Command V, you could right click, it's going to be the same thing. Do you see how it kind of comes out weird, right? It comes out like all in this weird shape right here. It doesn't look the same as what was here in this document right here. So sometimes what you have to do is hit Command Shift V, okay, if you're on a Mac, and do you see how it started to paste in there a little bit differently? That was something else that they customer service told me. But you will probably still have to come back in here and maybe adjust the spacing, okay? But if we look at this over here, right, there are some places where it asks you to put a link, okay? And where you're going to put the link in are the calls to action. Press here right now to see it. Press here to see how you can stop. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so those are going to be your calls to action to take them back to the product offer. Okay, and that's what you're going to do for the next 5 days, okay, or 3 to 5, or however many email swipes that they provide you. Okay, so you have these here, 1, 2, and then maybe you're gonna wait a day, right? And then you're gonna send your next message. And then you're gonna wait a day, and then you're gonna send a next message, okay? And this is how you set everything up. And then at the very end, remember I said we were gonna talk about tags, okay? So a tag is something that happens, so once they get through the entire sequence here, right? You might have a tag that says finished first sequence. And then if we come back and create a new campaign, right? And remember the trigger for this one was new subscribers. But what if on a new campaign, the trigger is triggered by a tag that says finished first sequence, and then you can start to drip them and follow up with them differently with a new sequence of emails from a different campaign. Yes? Or maybe somebody buys something on the list and you want them to get pulled off of this list. So once a trigger happens, it pulls them into something different and they get a different automated sequence of emails. Okay, so it gets a little bit deeper there. I'm still trying to learn that myself, but I understand the basics of how they work and I'm barely starting to implement them. So I guess stay tuned for future emails. Okay, so this is how you start your first campaign or build the first campaign. And then once you're done, you save and exit. It's okay. And then right now it's in draft. It tells you if there's issues, which I do because I didn't do a full campaign. I just went through it quickly and showed you the first couple steps. But eventually you'll come here and it'll allow you to activate the campaign. If you do not activate the campaign before you start getting subscribers, they will not get the email sequence. Okay, so make sure that this is all set up. Fire it off, activate it. You go through the process, right? Because you want to test it and make sure that your campaign is working for you as well. Make sure you test all of your emails, right? So if you look at these, right? All of these, you can always test all of your emails. Is in the upper right-hand corner, preview and test. You get an idea of what it looks like. Send a test message to one of your email addresses, right? Make sure everything looks as planned the way that you want it. Okay, so this is how you set up your email campaign. Okay, stay tuned for another video on how to integrate it into your funnel building software or whatever it might be. It's really easy. You could just Google it. You don't really need me to do a video for it. You could also create your own newsletters with this Aweber program or any program, right? They have like opt-in forms and all these other things that are, I don't want to like overcomplicate things where we just really need to understand how to set up a campaign, because that's how you're going to automate your system and be able to get the emails to flow out automatically. And then that's where you start to promote more products to them and make more revenue on the back end with back end offers. Okay, so hopefully this helps. If you have any questions, drop a comment, smash the like button or subscribe, and I will see you guys in another video.